One of the most valuable lessons that you will ever learn in this life is how do you handle hurt? How do you handle hurt? How do you make hurt healthy? How do you make hurt healthy? That's what we're talking about this morning. That's what I'm going to deal with all week long. I'm going to deal with how do we get past the offenses, the problems, the pains that we have that life brings us. Now, I don't know about you, but I do know this. If you keep living, you're going to have to deal with the feeling of hurt, the feeling of offense, the feeling of rejection. The more important thing is, how do you handle it? This morning, part one of this whole thing that I'm going to deal with this week is healthy hurt. Good morning, Derek. How are you? Good morning, Gloria. How are you? Angela, how are you? Edith, how are you? Vicky, how are you guys doing on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is, Anitra. It is a great morning. Got a word for you on this morning, Anna. And this morning, Thelma, I'm going to talk about and I'm going to deal with this whole week. How do I manage that sense of rejection, that sense of being hurt, that offense? Life itself, if you keep on living, as the old preacher said, just keep on living. Some hurt's gonna come your way. Some rejection is going to come your way. How are you this morning, Edith? And you just got to learn how to deal with it. You're going to learn how to live with it. You're going to learn how to handle it. So, going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. Wanted you to share this word. If it blesses you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Here we go. Healthy hurt, or how do I handle hurt? How do I handle it? The text is this. Believe it or not, you probably overlooked this verse many times. Proverbs 19 and 11. I want you to put it in the chat area and put the revelation that you get in the chat area so others can get it as well. Proverbs 19 and 11 says this: a man's wisdom gives him patience. It is to his glory to overlook offense. Let me read that again. Proverbs 19 and 11. A man's wisdom gives him patience. It is to his glory to overlook offense. Now, I know that many of you may have thought, okay, always got to go head into dealing with the offense, the hurt, the pain. But Proverbs gives us a whole different direction. And I think it opens us up with three things that we want to look at. The first thing is, don't hide your hurt. Don't hide your hurt. Many times we can suppress it. We can say, no, not me. We can be prideful and say, I don't feel that. It didn't hurt me. I don't have any connections with you, so therefore whatever you said or did didn't bother me. But in fact, it found a place in our heart. So the first thing you got to do with respect to handling hurt or understanding that making hurt healthy, don't hide it. Don't hide hurt. Here's the second thing. The second thing is this: don't abide in it. Don't abide in it. You know, got to be careful that you don't nurture the hurt. It's kind of like when I was in elementary school 100 years ago. And I absolutely wanted to break my arm. Why did I want to break my arm? Because back in the day, they would put a cast on your arm, big old cast, big old white thing on your arm, put a sling around your neck. And guess what happened? Everybody in the class got to, you know what, sign your cast. The attention that it brought. Just the fact that everybody's paying attention to my hurt. And so many times what we will do is, if we don't hide it, we will abide in it. I'll just nurse it. I'll rock it to sleep every night. I'll wake up and nurse it every morning. I'll ensure that everybody knows I'm hurt. Come sign my cast. Come sign my hurt. James 1:19 says, be slow to anger. Ephesians says, be angry but sin not. Proverbs 19:11 says, a man's wisdom gives him patience. It is to his glory to overlook an offense. You cannot abide in it, no matter what it is. Don't hide it, don't abide in it, and don't let it hinder you. Don't let it hinder you. The Greek word for offense, because Jesus was talking to the Pharisees once and he said, did I offend you? Did what I say offend you? It's tagalon. It is the Greek word for a trap. It is like a bear trap or a little small animal trap where you put it in there and both ends come up and trap you. That's what hurt will do. It will trap you and it will hinder you from going forward. So you can't hide it, you can't abide in it. And you got to know, don't let it hinder you, because there are sometimes the healthy way to handle it is don't even take offense from the very beginning. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: hurt is a hill every one of us have to learn how to climb. Hurt is a hill that if you keep on living, you're going to have to learn how to climb it. The Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you, give you peace. And this week, we're going to be dealing with that whole subject matter. Share the matter. Don't keep it to yourself. And make sure somebody else tap into it. Or maybe you want to share this with somebody that's dealing with some hurt. God bless you. Bye now. See you in the morning.